Hi, good morning. Welcome to my channel. This is Dan, and my channel is called Engelgeist. I'm doing the October Tarotscopes for 2019. This is the sign for Sagittarius. So if your sun, moon, rising, or if the reading turns into a love reading, if your Venus is in Sagittarius, you may want to cross-watch this video. And again, like I said, it's for the month of October 2019. Please, if you like this video or you like these sort of tarotscopes, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell so you're notified anytime I shoot another video and put one out. I have pick-a-cards and all sorts of stuff. I also do a daily forecast. I'm trying to do Sag's video before I get on this morning for the daily forecast. So let's see what you guys have. It is October 1st, so we're actually in the month of October. So let's get this out to you guys so that you can see what to expect this month of October. It is a broad spectrum reading for all of the Sages and people with, Sag heavily placed in their charts. So take what works for you and leave the rest. If it doesn't all resonate, that's okay. Certainly leave me comments if it does or doesn't, and let me know how your month goes, maybe by mid-month or month's end. Come back, rewatch the video, and see how accurate or inaccurate it may or may not have been. I would love to hear that. So let's see what's going on with the Sages today. Give me a moment while I shuffle the cards. You guys can also follow me on Instagram. I am located at Engelgeist333 on Instagram. It's new for me, so please give me a follow there. I will post when the new tarotscopes go up over there. I feel like it's funny to me. October, as I shuffle these cards, I noticed this yesterday too. October feels like I definitely feel the energy just slowing for everybody. Not in a bad way, just becoming more mellow, more balanced. I'm feeling that again this morning with Sag's shuffle. And you guys are a fire sign. I feel like fire signs tend to be a little bit on the dynamic side and sort of move speedier and quickly. And I feel like, I don't know, it just feels like things are slowing down. But in a good way, if that makes sense. Things are becoming a bit more methodical for everyone. And maybe that's needed. So this first card that's coming out is sort of the representation of kind of where you're going to be at most of the month of October, sort of going in and out of this feeling or what this card represents, right? So it's going to be sort of the gist of the month of October, where you're going to be resonating at most of the time, all right? So this is the Six of Wands, which is a card that deals with the element of fire. Excuse me, it's early and I'm just having coffee. Wands is the element of fire, which I like that because you guys are fire sign. So it's sort of like in your wheelhouse, let's say. The Six of Wands is trust. So it is going to be about trusting what's going on this month. And as I look at the cards further, we'll understand a little bit why this is going on. But this might be something that we've been working on leading into the month of October. But to me, this looks like trusting others. I do feel like there's a little bit about trusting oneself here, but not so much so. What's really drawing my attention is the trust of others here. Like finding our community and sort of holding on, allowing them to support us through the month of October and trusting that they are going to deliver. Maybe we've had some experiences leading up recently where people have not delivered or have given us sort of let our sort of expectations down. Well, this is an opportunity, the month of October, for us to sort of keep those expectations, continue to deliver on our end of things, and watch and see whether or not those around us are able to deliver on what we need from them. I have a feeling my gut or my intuition is telling me that this is a beneficial card, that people will deliver for the majority of the Sagittarians. There might be a few of you that have differently placed planets in different houses that might experience slight different things, but you will be dealing with trust issues. You will be dealing with trusting not only sort of friends, families, coworkers, others around you, but there could also be trust in sort of like the universe and the experience that it's giving to you during the month of October, okay? I don't feel like it's going to be wonky. I feel like it's actually going to be beneficial, okay? I do need to make that clear. So I don't want you guys to think like, oh God, it's going to be bad. bad vibes or bad energy coming from the universe. No, this is more about trusting the good things that come to you, is what I'm hearing, okay, from spirit. Like, trust the good things, allow them in. They belong to you, is what I'm hearing. Now, this makes sense. This next card is sort of the foundation card. This is the card that's been going on for the past few months, or in the recent past, that has sort of opened the door for the cards that are happening in the month of October. And so this makes sense as to what I just said. I said that you guys are going to need to trust the universe and the gifts that are being given to you. This is the Man of Worlds. Worlds deals with, is similar to like Pentacles, and this would be like the King of Pentacles. To me, this is all about putting in hard work and reaping the rewards of that hard work. If you look at, there's some Saturn, there's some hard lessons around it here. We have some Saturn energy, dead center, which is drawing my attention. But behind all of that, we have Jupiter, right, which is good luck and blessings. And here it feels like hard work, scrutiny. We've maybe gone through in the past some serious like hurdle jumping, right? But we haven't let that stop us. We've put in a lot of effort, we've put in a lot of work, and now it sort of feels like to me we have to trust that. Right? We have to trust that now that we've done the work in the recent past and we've put in the elbow grease, that the payoff will come. Oh wow, I'm getting touched on the top of my head. That's a definite sign that this is the message for Sag, okay? So if you guys feel as though you've been leading up until this point of October as working hard, pushing yourself, like dealing with judgment, dealing with scrutiny from others, and not allowing that to get in your way in an effort to get to your goal, you have to trust in the month of October that everything that you've done leading up to now is for a purpose, okay? And allow that trust in others, even those people that maybe were scrutinizing you or had you under a microscope a little bit in the recent months. Let them be and let them support you now, because they've seen that you've done the work, is what I'm hearing. They've seen that you've put in the effort. They've seen that you've learned the lessons. And now it's time to sort of allow that to settle and bring it in from a place of ease and trust, okay? The next card is the Spirit or Soul card. This is where your spirit or soul is at, what it's focusing on in the month of October, what it's working on. You have a major arcana card of strength here, guys. Beautiful card to have here. It feels like this is about, this ties back into that trust, because you're going to have to rely on your own inner strength to sort of trust those around you and support yourself as you go through the month of October, allowing those things that you've worked hard for leading up to October to sort of come into being. You can do it though. You have this strength card. Your soul is trying to show you how strong you are, how capable you are. And although you don't necessarily maybe put that forward or show that off, that side of you off as much, I would say, to me, it feels like there is this quiet strength within you that if you tap into it, your soul is going to let you know that it is okay, we've got this, don't worry. These ideas that you have, these things that you've worked towards, you can make them come to fruition. We have this egg here in the center of the card that's being held by this white statue, which always sort of represents a spirit to me. And that's drawing my attention, which is saying to me that your soul or your spirit is coming from a place of strength and support for you right now, to allow you to have the month of October to sort of relax, ease into it, come from a more spiritual place, and trust the environment around you. Let those things that you've worked so hard for come to you now at this time. Now, the next two cards are what I call the intuition, the influence card. I need more coffee. The outside influence cards. These two cards represent as sort of either positive or negative influences that may be having an effect on us during the month of October. Now, these two cards can be sometimes people, sometimes events, sometimes things more vague, like energies or belief systems that we've adopted that are influencing our behavior or our thoughts or our emotions. So let's see what we have going on in the month of October. So we have the Sage of Cups, which is definitely a water sign and deals with the emotions, but this is Regenerator. I like this. This ties into this trust card too to me, because it tells us that we are going to be having moments where there's opportunities for us to to get into our emotional selves, to check our feelings, which for me, I feel like you guys are naturally a fire sign. You're more doers than you are, say, feelers, but I mean, every sign has their connection to their emotional self, right? To me, this feels like this is the opportunity to get in touch with your emotional self through trusting it and going a little bit deeper spiritually, through calling upon that inner strength of your own spirit and allowing yourself to heal and regenerate on an emotional level. Feels like almost like the word that I'm getting right now is October is all about the reset. Like we hitting the reset button. And I don't mean like we need to reset like we've done something wrong. It feels to me like with this achiever card here, we've worked really hard leading up to it. Now we're ready to hit reset and watch the benefit of everything that we've worked for start to come in, okay? So this Sage of Cups says to me that we get to regenerate ourselves emotionally and sort of have that connection to ourselves at a deeper level in a more healthy manner. So we are going to find ourselves maybe feeling a little bit emotional throughout October, but that's okay. These emotions are going to be for our benefit and they're going to be for our healing, okay? The other card that we have is the Emperor. This is interesting because this card showed up in another sign in this position as an outside influence. I'm trying to remember who that was. I can't remember which sign it was. You're going to have to go back. I think, was it the Libras? I don't remember, but Emperor showed up there as their outside influence too. Now, Emperor to me, this is sort of an Aries energy. I mean, we have the Ram here. It's a little bit of stubbornness, fiery, very intuitive person, but I think that this is somebody that again can be a source of support, sometimes male, or it could be a very strong-willed female, very knowledgeable, very benevolent, but not super emotional. And it's sort of funny to me because it's sitting here next to this Sage of Cups, which says to me that we have this opportunity to get emotional, to go deep, and to learn to trust our situation and our environment around us, the people that are around us that maybe have not been so have not necessarily come through for us in the recent past. The month of October, they may actually show up. And this Emperor card says to me that somebody will show up sort of significantly and offer you that support. Sometimes it could be financial, sometimes it could be through knowledge, but whatever it is that they're bringing, they are going to offer you a strong amount of support, but they're not going to let you be sort of lazy about it. You know, the Emperor is benevolent, but the Emperor needs to sort of know that you are paying attention, that you are following the rules, that you are sort of meeting their requirements, right? And I do believe that you will be, because you have this strength card, because you have this regenerator card, because you've done this work in the past. It's sort of like this Emperor could be one of the people that was maybe scrutinizing you in the past, and now they've appreciated you. Now they've come to this understanding of, wow, they really have worked their ass off to get to this point, and they might be relaxing in the month of October or sort of hitting that reset button. But you know what? I'm going to watch out for them and let them have this time to sort of regenerate and have that space. So if you have an older male or a very strong female who's large and in charge, okay, we love those large and in charge females. They may not be the most mushy-gushy type sort of person, but they are there to support you, okay? So allow them to support you. They might be a little stubborn. They might support you in a way that's a little bit maybe not exactly as emotionally connected as you might want because of the Sage of Cups, but it's okay. Their support will be valuable and helpful, all right? You're not in this alone, and you need to trust that. Now, this last card is what I call the potential outcomes. And the reason why I use the word potential is because we are allowed free will. There's sort of choices and changes that can always be made no matter what the time is, so that we can affect outcomes, right? So this card basically tells us what's going to happen by the end of the month in October, barring that nothing major changes. If we stay along this trajectory of these cards and we experience these cards and we continue on these paths, we do the things like we rely upon our inner strength and connect to our spirit. We trust our environment around us and we trust the work that we've done thus far, that it's going to bring in the rewards and the benefits that we've been looking for. If we work in those ways, this will be the natural progression. Now, if this is a negative card or something that you don't want to have happen, you can use it as a warning to sort of make choices and changes now in the beginning of the month to affect this outcome, and this card never comes to pass. If this card is a good card, we can just be happy and sort of ease into it, right? And just allow it to happen because we're naturally heading towards this at the end of the month of October. The card is a good card, and it's an interesting card to me because it is the Empress. Um, that's strange. It's right next to the Emperor. It's almost like a union of sorts. To me, this is being in charge of our world, trusting that we are the center of our world, that we're grounded in it. We may still have our emotions about some stuff, but we really are centered and at peace. We are full of new ideas. We can see problems coming as they may arise. We are able to sort of win arguments or win people to our side. We are able to be at peace by month end. It looks like the spiritual healing and this inner strength that we withdraw, like that we pull upon in the month of October is going to get us to a place where we do feel centered, grounded, and protected, right? And I'm not saying that life is not going to be without its problems come end of October, but we will be very clear on what they are and how to deal with them. Okay, we will be sort of ruling over our lives from a place of power, from a place of security, from a place of compassion and love. Okay, and I think that that all starts because we begin to experience this trust, and we work with this trust, this Six of Wands throughout the month, and this inner strength. And we take the opportunities from the universe or from the environment that give us the opportunities to sort of regenerate and heal emotionally, right? That's going to bring us to this place of the Empress by month end. I have to say this, I feel like this is a rather transitional month for the Sagittarians, only because you have 3 major arcana, and one being in your spirit soul space. Then the other cards that you have are really beautiful cards, like you have the Sage of Cups, which is regeneration, you have the Achiever card, which is like the King of Pentacles or the Man of Worlds, and you also have the Six of Wands, which is trust. So you're dealing with some big sort of issues even in these lower minor arcana cards, but you're also backed by these bigger power-packed players of major arcana cards. So clock your Octobers, Sagittarians. Look at what's going on. Look at the moments where you are able to connect emotionally. Look at the moments where you are able to put your trust into others and into yourself, into your own spirit, into your own strength. Because those are the things that are going to propel you forward and put you into a position where you feel like this Empress, where you feel in control, where you feel centered, where you feel at peace and aware of what's going on around you. Not necessarily over struggling against it, but just sort of ruling over it from a place of compassion and love. All right, I'm going to leave you guys with that. I hope you enjoyed this Tarotscope. Let me know in the comments if there's anything else you'd like to see. If you have any questions, I can certainly go back and watch the video and maybe answer those for you in the comments. And again, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell if you do so you're notified when I do these the next time. Check out my picker cards, my daily forecast, and whatever else is on the channel. Let me know if you're enjoying it. If there's anything you'd like to see, please leave me a comment. I'm also available for private readings, so if you wanted a more in-depth reading, if this rang true for you in the month of October and you're like, this guy's onto something, maybe I need to see what specific information he has for me, you can certainly do that by looking at the all of the buttons at the top of the banner on my my YouTube page. It will take you to my business page on Facebook, and you can message me there and we can discuss the possibility of doing a private reading. All right, have a great October, Sagittarians, and I look forward to seeing you guys at the next video. All right, bye-bye.